Hi, everyone. We are Chris and Stephanie Mecklenburg. We're the owners of Jackie's Java, a coffee roastery here in Fort Collins. The roastery has been here for about 17 years. Jackie started it herself when she was 20. She was still in college, and she maxed out her credit card to buy a little roaster and plugged it into her garage and taught herself how to roast. She kind of thought, her initial thought was that she wanted to open a coffee shop with a roaster in it. But roasting coffee was a little harder than she anticipated. So it took her about a year to get a drinkable cup of coffee. And then a little bit longer for her to kind of nail down her style and, kind of figure out exactly how to make a delicious cup of coffee. Once she did, she started doing the Fort Collins Farmers Market. And at her very first market, she was approached by a woman who said, "Your coffee is the best coffee I've ever tasted. Can you stock my coffee shop?" And that kind of changed her business direction a little bit. And she started a wholesale roastery, basically. She developed a ton of recipes, a ton of blends, kind of a special method that she liked called post-roast blending, which basically means that we roast each bean to its perfection, and then we blend it later to kind of get the best out of every bean. She figured all that out. She came up with a ton of recipes, 17 years, and she was exhausted. So in September of 2020, she sold it to us. It was kind of kismet for us because we had just sold our liquor store. We're kind of looking, not sure what we wanted to do. And we had been drinking Jackie's coffee for years. And when we were introduced to each other by a mutual acquaintance, it kind of just fit. We were like, this is it. This is for us. And we worked with her for about a year to, kind of figure out what to do. And by September of last year, we took over the business. So a little bit about us and kind of what the company does now. We're primarily a wholesale roaster, but we also sell to the general public as well. We package our coffee in 12-ounce bags, 5-pound bags. We can do little single-serve pillow packs. Kind of whatever. We also have a label printer in-house, so we can do custom labels. We even do custom blends. For example, we are the coffee provider for a few of the UC Health hospitals in the area, and they have their own special blend, and it's only available to them and only available there. So
we also package recyclable K-cups. So.
Yeah. So we're in a unique position in that we can kind of do a little bit of everything. While maintaining that high quality. Our roaster is only able to roast about 40 pounds at a time. So that means that we're roasting pretty much all day, every day during the week. I think our average is about 20 roasts every day, which is a lot. They take about 20 minutes each. So, you do the math. Sometimes it's hard for us to find enough hours in the day. But what that means for you is that our coffee is the freshest coffee you can possibly get. Everything you buy from us has pretty much been roasted that day, the day before, or the day before that. It's, pretty much out the door as soon as we can roast it. We also have a coffee for every taste. We're kind of run the gamut. Our flagship coffee is called Heaven's Blend. It's a medium roasted Brazilian. And it's, kind of a medium, regular middle of the road, kind of a basic cup of coffee.
Nutty,
yeah, fruity, kind of all that good stuff. And it goes up to, we also have, single origin, estate grown, bird friendly, shade grown organic coffees as well. So we can kind of please everybody. I love that. We also do really high quality flavored coffees as well, which is, I think, a unique situation for us. All of our flavors are based in the Heaven's Blend, so we don't cheapen the coffee for the flavors or anything like that. Let's see, what am I missing?
Our decafs are water processed, so no chemicals involved. They simply wash the beans a number of times to get all the caffeine out. So
yeah. And so I have, we talked about maybe doing a tour, but when the roastery is up and going, it's so loud in there that no one would have been able to hear me. So I made a short little video, kind of a short little tour, just so you can kind of see what's going on. We have big plans for the roastery, so it's, limited right now, but let me figure out how to share my screen here.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll give you that power.
Oh, thank you. You have the power.
I have the power, and I don't give it away lightly. So
I appreciate it.
All right, guys, let me do this. We will give you that access. All righty, you guys should be good to go.
All right.
And then everybody give us a thumbs up. Can you see the video? Awesome, thank you. All right, you guys are good.
All righty. So I do not want to share the sound, so sorry. So just a little bit, there's Jackie with her first roaster. Little 20-year-old Jackie, it's always so cute. We love to look at her and see, kind of where she started and where she came from. Oh no, it's only this minute one. Well, dang it. Technical difficulties. There we go. There's Jackie. So sorry. Did that kind of at the end of the day yesterday. So looks like that's not going to work. So sorry. Best laid plans, as they say.
That's okay.
But yeah, so basically, like I said, we're roasting most days out of the week. It's kind of a busy day, kind of busy in the roastery all the time, getting orders ready to go out to UC Health, Ball Aerospace, people like that. So we're set up for large accounts like that, but we're also set up for small individuals. We sell directly to the public out of the roastery. We're open for curbside pickup. So you can call us, place your order, and we'll run it right out to your car. And that's literally the freshest coffee you can get straight from us. So
you can also find us at jackiesjava.com, and you can order online, and you can find us at Lucky's Market, Natural Grocers here in town, Whole Foods in Longmont here in town, and Boulder.
Beavers Market as well.
Yeah.
We're also at the Cupboard, the Prairie Pantry up in Cheyenne, if you're familiar with that. Jack's Outdoor here in Fort Collins, Loveland, Cheyenne, and Broomfield. We also do farmers markets still. We do the Cheyenne summer and winter market, and this summer Chris and I will be up in Steamboat Springs all summer, so that's what we'll be doing. We also stock a few restaurants here in town too. Bistro Natil, the Still Whiskey Steaks, Tap and Handle, My Empanadas, and Yampa Sandwich also carries our coffee. So there's quite a few places that you can find us. Coffee shops, we're the coffee provider for Alley Cat, Momololo, and the Paramount up in Cheyenne as well. And like I said, we can also do, custom labels, custom blends. We have good wholesale pricing, so we can always do that. We don't have order minimums. The pricing is the same no matter what you order. We just, if you want us to ship it, it's a $300 minimum for free shipping, or a $5 delivery charge if it's under $300, but
For wholesale.
For wholesale, yeah. And we also do home delivery as well. If you're just want to buy it for your home consumption, we do that too. So.
And once things get back to normal, we'd love to show you around the roastery. So
Yeah.
Please get in touch with us and maybe arrange a private tour.
Yeah.
And then, so your guys' roastery, I'm pretty sure you guys are over by my house because I always smell roasted coffee when I'm driving to work.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, so we're located at 309 South Summit View Drive, kind of Mulberry Timberline-ish area, in like an industrial area. And yeah, we're roasting most of the time. It's funny. It smells kind of interesting, I think, when it's being roasted. There's like a unique, almost like a burned
Like
popcorn. Yeah.
And it'll drift across Mulberry some days. It's pretty funny.
You can smell it from the road.
Well, awesome, guys. You guys ready for us to open it up to some questions?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, let me pull up this chat. I know we have quite a few testimonials and a few questions. So I'm going to encourage the rest of the group, if there's questions to be asked, please pop them into the chat.
Sure. Well, let's see.
Patty is requesting, do you mind putting your guys' website into the chat so everybody can get that quick link? So thank you, Patty. Great question.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Lori, for your support.
And then Stacy from Premier Mortgage, she says, I knew Jackie way back when she first joined the chamber. Coffee is amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. We think so too. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Shoot, yeah, it's amazing. The best coffee I've ever had, and I'm only a little bit biased.
And as far as the decaf question, nothing special. Just maybe give us a call and make sure we stock the certain flavored decaf you're looking for, because it is so small batch, we might not have like a 5-pound bag of it, but
Right.
yeah, just give us a call and give us, maybe 24 hours if it's something special. But
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I will throw out that if you want it pre-ground, we just need a little bit more time because the flavoring needs to sit on the beans for about 24 full hours before we can grind it. Otherwise, we'll lose all the flavoring in the grinder. So
True. So whole bean, maybe 24 hours
Yeah.
and ground 48 hours.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sure. Let's see, custom labels for business purposes. There's a little bit of setup involved. We have an in-house graphic designer that she works with you to, make sure the sizing and the resolution is correct. And then from there we go to making the coffee. So I would say at max 2 weeks, maybe within a week if it's a simple design or if the label is pretty much already set. There's just a little bit of that. There's also a $30 setup fee for each individual label that you're going to do, but that's just a one-time fee. And then after that, we keep the labels on our in our computers, and we can reprint those at any time.
And Rick asks, how long beans stay fresh before brewing? They're actually ideally drank within a few days after roasting.
Mm-hmm.
Right when they get out of the roaster, they're kind of strange. They need to off gas for a few days. So,
yeah.
But whole bean without ground, they'll stay fresh for 3 weeks to a month.
Easily.
Even a month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And never put your beans in the refrigerator or the freezer. That kind of it ruins them, it dries them out, and they're also kind of act like baking soda, so they'll absorb any flavors that exist in your fridge also. So it just kind of ruins the coffee.
Use a nice airscape container or something that will actually breathe a little. The bags have a one-way valve that allows the coffee to off gas a little bit. Yeah, we sell these in this shop, but not even a mason jar sometimes isn't the best way to store it because it needs to off gas a little. It
needs to breathe a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, the public can't stop. We, like I said, we're not letting anyone in at the moment. We're almost all vaccinated. Just I think one more person needs to, and we're also remodeling the retail space a little bit. We hope to have that open probably by mid-June is our guess. But for now, stop by, give us a call, let us know what you want, and we'll run it right out to you. We can ring you up right outside. And like Chris was saying, if it's something that you might like a flavored decaf or a ground flavored coffee, maybe just give us a little bit of a heads up in case we don't have it mixed and ready to go yet. Because we pretty much do roast to order. As I was saying, when I say that we pretty much roast it and it goes right out the door, it's fresh like that. So with the flavors, sometimes we have to take a little bit of extra time and let it really soak in. So yeah. See. Oh, KeyBank, thanks. Let's see.
Any other questions, guys? Make sure to pop it into the chat. Oh, so Nate is actually messaging me. So Nate, Foothills, why don't you unmute yourself and ask away, buddy?
No problem. Yeah, so a lot of people aren't that bright when it comes to actually brewing coffee. Like they, kind of become accustomed to the little things, the Keurig and all that jazz. I'm old school. Do you guys have like a workshop or like a YouTube clip on how to take your coffee and actually brew it the right way?
What we found, I think, is that weight measure is the best way to go.
6 to 7 grams a cup is kind of what we base it off of. And that's a great idea. We should definitely put something like that out, and we will. Yeah, for sure.
I would love to. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 6 to 7 grams per cup. Weight measure.
And get it ground correctly too for what you're going to brew it out of. It's a big difference between an espresso machine or a drip coffee machine and a French press.
Right.
So, yeah. Go ahead.
Even a paper filter and a metal filter are slightly different. So you can get as precise as you want, but it is.
I definitely would appreciate that. I mean, I would clip into your YouTube, share with my friends, because don't tell this to Jenny, but she always either puts way too much coffee in there or like not enough. So it's like, get it right. Let's get this going. I want to wake up in the morning with this Jackie Java stuff. Let's do that.
Oh, well, thanks so much. And yeah, it's definitely a common problem that people brew things differently depending on their taste. And, we pre-measure those pillow packs for that exact reason. It's a pre-measured, just dump in the coffee pot and go.
Yeah.
Most popular flavors would be snickerdoodle,
Snicker cookie,
snickerdoodles are first, and then Mexicali mudslide would be our second.
Yeah, with creme brulee and hazelnut, kind of as a short, coming up from the behind.
A fresh bean look and feel like. It's kind of oily if they're darker roasts. That actually brings out some of the oils in the bean. Mm-hmm. The lighter roasts are a little bit drier and they're a little heavier because beans actually lose moisture as they're tumbling around in the roaster. So
Yeah.
if you're going to find that the darker roasts, you actually have more beans in the bag because they're lighter.
Nice. And we do have sample packs available. We can even tailor your sample pack to you if you, want to try all of our espresso roasts or all of our dark roasts. Or I just put one together yesterday. He was interested in all of our African and Indonesian coffees. So we can kind of tailor whatever you want, anything that sounds good. It also, if you want to try it in a French press, we'll grind it for French press for you and, package it up that way.
Thanks, Chris. Come by and give us a call and we'll give you a little private tour.
Yeah.
And John, individual flavors. Well, I kind of like Snicker cookie when we're brewing it at the farmer's market, but if I had to be honest, I'm not really a big flavor guy. I like a good Costa Rican dark.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
And I'm working my way through them. I'm trying to taste them all. Recently, I just tried our caramel dream and it was super good. I'm a big caramel lover though, so.
Type of brewing, whatever suits you. We actually brew on a cheap $30 Walmart special coffee pot in the shop. And our coffee tastes great coming out of it with just a paper cone filter.
Yeah.
But I also love a good French press if we're camping. I like the oil and the viscosity of a French press.
Yeah. And, someone asked if we prefer a paper or a metal filter, and kind of both. At home we use a metal filter. I think just because we're kind of lazy, but at the shop we use a paper filter. So
right, I'd say the beans come out a little more oily with a metal filter. You retain a little more of the oils, but
kind of lets more of it come through.
Kind of independent preference, individual preference.
Oh yeah. So which farmers markets? So we just finished the Cheyenne Winter Market. We're there every year. We're going to be at the Cheyenne Summer Market, which I believe starts in August this year. And we're going to be up at the Steamboat Springs Farmers Market, Chris and I this year as well.
Plan on a gathering place. Oh, it'd be so much fun to get the roastery up and going in the retail space and maybe a couple picnic tables out there and, for a place to sit and have a cup of coffee out of the shop. But that's definitely in the future, Beth, but we're looking forward to that.
We really want to. It's such a great bird watching area too, where we're located. We hear all the pretty birds and we see a lot of interesting ones. So I would love to do more with that as well.
Did you hear that, John? Did you hear that?
Yeah, peanut butter chocolate mix. That sounds amazing. You might want to just try our ultimate chocolate because it's made with Brazil beans. Brazil beans are kind of nutty inherently, so that might give you a nut. But I want to develop that flavor. That sounds great.
Peanut butter. That's a good idea. Yeah. We also have a Nutrageous, which is kind of a Nutella-ish. And then again, with the nuttiness of that coffee, it really kind of brings it up. We like the nutty flavors too, but we also have a lot of fruit flavors as well. A more popular one lately has been blueberry vanilla crumble. And someone was just telling us that they like to buy it, grind it up and mix it into a cake mix for like a cheesecake for the crust. And I thought that sounded amazing and probably adds to your experience quite a bit. So there's quite a lot that we offer. We also have a chocolate orange flavor, which is pretty popular. Not my personal cuppa, but people love it. Let's see if there's any more. Let's see. And yeah, the recyclable K-cups, that was a big deal for Jackie. She took a long time to find the right K-cups. There was a lot of pressure for her to package the coffee in K-cups, and she refused to do it until she could find totally recyclable packaging.
And of course, you have to dump the grounds out, and you can compost those and then pull the paper liner out of the K-cups. But yeah, they're definitely
the plastic.
I was just going to say, that's what I do at home with our K-cups.
Yeah.
Recycle the cups, dump out the coffee into our compost bin in the grounds, and then the paper filter inside that goes into the compost bin as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
It really
Thanks,
is.
guys.
And we also sell little reusable ones as well if you want a coffee that we don't package in K-cups currently. So
Very good.
yeah.
Any other questions, guys?
Can you guys talk about like this coffee rituals? Like, do you guys have a ritual yourselves? Like, like some people sit down that this is my time for me. This is my ritual. Can you talk about either a ritual that you have or you've heard about? Because I've heard some good ones.
Oh, sure. For me, it's kind of funny. It's all about the cup. If I don't get the right cup, it kind of throws off the whole whole vibe of it for me. I don't know. I'm kind of cup particular. I also like, I don't know, I don't like to switch it up a lot in the morning. I'm a real steady, I'm this way with alcohol as well. Like, you know, I'm Jameson at night and then just coffee with cream in the morning. It's kind of, I don't know, I'm pretty basic in that way, I guess.
I mean, I definitely developed a routine. You know,
Nice.
I weigh the beans every morning on our little kitchen scale, and we've got a Baratza Encore grinder, which is a, you know, it's a residential grinder, but it's a pretty decent one. It's we recommend burr grinders that are gravity fed instead of the whirly spinny blade ones. You know, use that one for a pepper grinder or something, and invest in a nice grinder. It makes all the difference in the consistency of the grinds. So I would say that's the biggest part for me, is actually taking the time to weigh the beans.
Yeah, and kind of do it right. And, you know, we also like to camp. So that's always like a really nice thing. We always take our French press when we camp, and there's just nothing like a good cup of coffee, you know, with the fresh mountain air. And
We don't even have a coffee pot in the trailer. So
Anything else, guys? Well, I have a question is, do you guys sell your shirts?
We do.
yes. And they're printed locally from Pine Brand, and they're on a pretty nice poly cotton blend. So they're pretty nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Because my last name is Bean, so I think I need to get the shirt you're wearing, Chris. So
I love
Perfect.
it. We also have one that says, I have a drinking problem as well. So
That's
good. Well, cool, guys. Any other questions? Anything at all? All righty. Well, let's do this. We're going to bring you guys out. Are we all back in gallery mode? Can you see everybody's faces in the squares?
yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Well, let's give Jackie Javas a big thank you. So let's put up those spirit fingers and give them a big thank you.
Oh, thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Everyone was very engaging. Thanks for all the
Yeah.
questions.
And good stuff. And yes, so and I encourage you guys to please let me know when you guys are ready for the public to come visit you. You know, and we would absolutely love to. I mean, I'm not going to turn down a cup of coffee. So
Oh,
Sure.
definitely.
the roastery in person.
Definitely.
Nice. Awesome.
I'm putting in an order right now.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Well, good stuff, guys. Well, we have a little bit of time. So what I like to do here is I can stop